Now, when I think of underappreciated watch brands, for sure BellandRoss is one of the first that comes to mind. They're really cool watches that don't get nearly enough attention, in my opinion. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I have a predisposition towards liking square form factor watches, like my all-time favorite Casio G-Shock Square. But yeah, BellandRoss really does deserve to get some more love than watch collectors give the brand. Now today, we're going to be checking out a BellandRoss that is really interesting. It's a BR05 square model, which is a model that I really like, but this one is a little bit different than all of the rest. Now my favorite BellandRoss is the BR03-92 diver, which I've had on the channel before. I like dive watches in general, and I like square watches, and the BR03 diver takes the best of those specifications and packs it into a package that comes in at a price under $4,000. Not too bad for a luxury watch. Now the BR05, on the other hand, well, it isn't a diver, though you can see the BR03 diver DNA in this model. And this model in particular isn't exactly what I would call affordable. It comes in at $8,800 on a rubber strap and $9,700 on a bracelet. So this is very much a luxury watch model, but considering the black ceramic construction, the skeletonized watch face, and a host of other features, you might expect it to be nearly double the price of the BR03. But before we dive into the features and the specifications, let me give a quick shout out and a thank you to Joe McHale and the rest of the crew over at Exquisite Timepieces, my channel partner and sponsor, without whom videos like this just wouldn't be possible. This video is presented in partnership with Exquisite Timepieces, located in Naples, Florida. Exquisite is an authorized dealer of dozens of watch brands, including Seiko and Grand Seiko, Omega, Oris, Blancpain, Breguet, and many more. Exquisite also has an amazing selection of pre-owned watches with new inventory coming in daily. So if you're looking for your next watch, check their website, exquisitetimepieces.com, or call their store at 239-227-2932, and let them know that you heard about them from Guy in the Just Blue Fish channel. I can't recommend them enough. Now let's jump into the specs of this watch. We have a black ceramic case, which comes in at a width of 41 millimeters and an overall thickness of just 11 millimeters, making for a very nicely proportioned and comfortable companion on the wrist. My wrist is only 6.5 inches, and I often find myself preferring watches well under 40 millimeters in case diameter, but because of the square form factor and the slim overall thickness, and because of the fact that the black just visually looks a little bit smaller, I have to say that this is quite a pleasure on the wrist, even for my somewhat smaller sized wrist. And while the overall size and the scale is nice, the ceramic material is also really great. Now, as you know, ceramic is known for its overall robustness, and when compared to something like stainless steel, you have a much stronger guarantee that this watch will stand up to corrosion and scratches a lot longer than your typical timepiece. So if having a watch stay nice looking is something that's important to you, maybe you should consider a watch constructed from ceramic. It's also extremely lightweight, and it's hypoallergenic material, so that's a lot of upside for a watch case. Now, regarding the rest of the specs on this watch, you of course have a sapphire crystal with AR coating protecting the skeletonized black tinted dial. The dial itself features applique indices filled with white superluminova, green glow-in-the-dark luminescence, and that also applies to the rhodium-plated handset as well. The watch, while not a true diver, does have 100 meters of water resistance, which is plenty for 99.9% of the people out there, including myself. And the watch rides on a black rubber strap, which is going to stand up to, for sure, water and just about anything else perfectly. And the black strap does have a steel folding buckle with a black PVD finish. Now, finally, the watch has a BR caliber 322-1 automatic movement, which features a 54-hour power reserve, and that's visible through the rear of the watch and its display caseback window. Now, some people will criticize the fact that many of BellandRoss's watches and the movements in them are Sellita brand movements, and well, yes, I suppose that's true. A movement like this 322-1 is based off of a very good Sellita movement, the SW300, and it is built to the specifications provided by BellandRoss to Sellita. So for my money, I'm fine with a non-in-house movement that I know is high quality, accurate, and reliable. I think it's preferable to getting a watch movement that is in-house, but perhaps unproven. So yeah, the BR05 skeleton ceramic, it is available on both a rubber strap and a ceramic bracelet, and it's a great watch that draws a lot of the design cues that I love about the BR03 diver into a watch that is perhaps a little bit more fashion forward. But it's also perhaps a bit nicer looking and a more resilient and robust watch thanks to that ceramic case than its stainless steel diver cousin. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up for today. I just wanted to do a quick look at a BellandRoss watch, one that I think is really cool from a brand that is a little bit underappreciated. Let me say thanks for tuning in and watching. And of course, thanks again to my friend Joe McHale and the guys over at Exquisite Timepieces for loaning me this one for the video presentation. Now, before you go, do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons. That helps my channel so much, and I would really appreciate it. A ridiculous majority of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so it's the cheapest and the easiest thing you can do to help me because it costs you nothing. Now, with all of that said, I'll wrap this one up for today. I'll go ahead, sign off, and say bye now.